um, summary, director Kevin Williamson expressed his delight for working on, as the upcoming slasher sequel primarily focuses on character Sidney Prescott, Neve Campbell. One aspect of the horror film that intrigues me is figuring out how old Sidney's children are, um, given she was seen pushing a stroller at the beginning of. Since the timeline seems to be an interesting topic, writer Guy Busick clarified in an interview with comicbook.com that there will be a time jump in the film. He explained, I might have my thoughts contradicted by others, but in my mind, it's more than 2 years. I would say at least 2 years. It could be 2 years, but I would say 2 years plus. I believe that introducing a time leap is a clever move, given that we haven't revisited the beloved final girl character since the fifth film brought Ghostface back. Upon discovering a fan proposal regarding Ghostface, I too feel that Scream 7 should take a daring approach with the Ghostface concept. And Scream 7's time jump sounds great. And I also would love to see different kind of Ghostface. I'm excited that Scream 7 will feature a time leap, though I wouldn't mind if it were longer, but 2 years seems acceptable. And I hope that Ghostface will be captivating and unlike anything fans have encountered before. A Reddit user, Chance Vance, offered an idea for how the sequel could distinguish itself from the rest of the franchise, and I believe their suggestion could prove effective. Ghost with different competing agendas. Redditor at Magic Ghost by Josh replied, in this approach, it's cleverly done to include 4 murderers in a single film without appearing implausible. This is achieved by having 2 sets of Ghostface killers, each unaware of the existence of the other pair. It's intriguing to imagine that a group of Ghostfaces could be on the hunt for Sidney, each with their own unique agenda. Perhaps one has a personal vendetta against Sidney or someone close to her, while others harbor different motivations. As a diehard fan of the Scream series, I can't help but notice how the time leap in the 7th movie seems to have given rise to a fresh batch of Ghostfaces, each with their unique motives. Which, since it's been quite some time since the core 4 and Gale Weathers last faced off against those villains, these new Ghostfaces have had ample opportunity to hatch a sinister plot. Mason Gooding's description of the movie as gory and brutal suggests that these Ghostfaces might have been biding their time for years before making their move. This prolonged waiting period could certainly make the 7th Scream film more terrifying than its predecessors. Intriguingly, if there were several Ghostfaces, each with their own reason for pursuing Sidney, it would definitely create a chilling atmosphere. So far, I've never felt truly scared watching a Scream movie, but this twist could be the game changer that sends shivers down my spine. Scream 7 will stand out in a few important ways. Despite the fact that Scream 7 will undoubtedly stick to the established elements of the franchise, including the return of final girl Sidney Prescott and Ghostface's signature appearance, are some differences to be expected. The most significant alteration is the location, as fans recently discovered that Sidney and her family reside in the quaint town of Pine Grove, Indiana. Um, a significant shift. The extensive roster of characters thought to be deceased making a comeback. Two Ghostfaces are set for a reappearance. Matthew Viller portrays Stu Macher once more, while Scott Foley resumes his role as Roman Bridger from Symbol. Additionally, David Arquette is returning to the scene as Dewey Riley, the charismatic sheriff who has been close friends with Sidney for most of her life. It promises to be intriguing to kind of observe these returns and their impact on the storyline